Hello everyone, thanks for pressing play. You are watching ExcaliburCCGTV, and we are talking great comics for January 22nd, 2014. This is Randy, I am Chris, we are ExcaliburCCG.com. Check out our website. Hey guys, also be sure and check out our Facebook page. We're having a lot of fun on our Facebook page. We've had a couple of challenges that have went up, and it's created a lot of controversy.
They've gone up even.
Yeah, have gone up. What'd I say? I totally messed it up. Went up. But guys, we have a lot of fun on our Facebook page. We got some challenges that are on there that people have just been talking about. There's been tons of back and forth, and you can weigh in as well by clicking on the link down below for our Facebook page. Join up, have fun with us. We're going to dive right into the episode, guys. Make sure you leave a comment, sign into Google+, leave us a comment below because we got some stuff we want to talk to you about, and we want you to talk to us about. So let's start off. Randy's got some stuff to show you that we got in stock.
That's right. We have tons of good stuff that we've been getting in. One of the things that's been real popular right now has been these bust banks. And
I saw that. That's awesome.
Yeah, these are awesome. I love the sculpts that they give on these. You have some of the classic movie monsters there, like the Creature from the Black Lagoon. We have superhero ones, a really awesome Spider-Man. These are two of my favorite here. If you like Star Wars, there are a lot of Star Wars ones. I'm not going to show the Boba Fett one. We have the Jawa, I think is how you say it. Jawa, yeah. And cool. That's a little awesome one. And then this is my favorite here. I love the Slimer Bank there. That just is so cool. That's been one of the most popular ones too, I think.
Very cool.
Very hard to keep in here. Andrew, you're going to be happy here because I'm showing you one of our figures we have in right now is the 10th Doctor, and it has an interchangeable head with the nerdy glasses or without there. I think he has an extremely long neck, and with the jacket, I think he looks a bit like Constantine. But
nice.
But that's a real cool figure. And last but not least, what we've gotten in, the DC New 52 figures have been popular, hugely popular.
Okay.
Now we're getting some of the Suicide Squad ones in. I love this one. This is probably my favorite, the Deadshot. We also have Captain Boomerang there. That's real cool. But the one that's been easily the most popular, of course, is Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn,
so,
yeah. I
like that they even still keep her with the mallet, although I don't think she really uses the mallet that much in the new universe there. So this just another example here, guys, of things that we have at the comic shop. We're always getting them in, or for the first time, or just new shipments of them. So if you like them, come get them. If you like them and you're not here, contact us. We can still get them to you if your shop does not carry them.
Exactly. Hey, honestly, I did a double take when I saw that Creature of the Black Lagoon on the shelf out there.
I love it. I
thought a gremlin was coming at me or something.
It's awesome, and he has some sharp claws too.
Man,
I like that.
Freaking yeah. Those are awesome, guys. Moving on because we've got another great question of the week for you this week, and that is, and Lord, I hope I get it right. Here we go. 5. We'll go with 5.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Who are your top 5 most favorite artists that are currently working?
Yes, producing work right now.
Producing work right now. The covers, interiors,
something.
Who are your top 5? It can be more, but it can be less. Tell us who your top your top 5 if you got it. Tell us who your top 5 favorite artists are currently working, putting out work. Who you got, bro?
In no particular order, because I have not had time to rank these.
Yeah.
I love Michael Lark is one whose work have to get. Mark Buckingham is another one that I like. I'm super excited for him when we finally get to see new Miracle Man work that he will be doing. Chris Bachalo is another one. Charlie Adler, I've loved his work long before Walking Dead. I was one of the few people that when the uber-talented Tony Moore left, and they announced Charlie Adler, I was, yes! I can't believe this. This is the greatest day.
Yeah.
And then Sean Phillips is another one. Love his work. So those are mine.
Those are great choices.
Yeah, I think all of them except for Buckingham are doing work right now over at Image. Right now with their own work.
I think they all are.
No, Bachalo's on Uncanny X-Men.
That's right. So. There we go. Mine, in no particular order, would be Rob Liefeld, Stephen Platt, and John Romero. Just kidding.
Actually, I still look through. We every now and then will come across the Soul Saga or whatever with Stephen Platt. That actually was not that terrible. I still look at it and go, Why didn't he finish this?
No, guys, those are great artists.
They're somebody's favorite.
They're somebody's favorite. I'm just messing. That was kind of an in joke that we had going on, and Brad knows what's going on too there. But my top 5 that I'll buy almost irregardless of who the writer is or just what they're doing would be Arthur Adams.
Let's just regardless
of
not
just
irregardless.
Just regardless. That's irregardless.
There's no irregardless.
Regardless of writer, I would say Arthur Adams.
Yeah.
Alan Davis.
Yes, I love his work.
Frank Quitely.
I love his work.
One of the newer guys that's come on the scene that I'm really enjoying, and I can't wait to see him on more things, which we will see in a few months, is Trad Moore.
Okay, yeah, I knew that.
Legend Luther Strode and all that jazz. He's just awesome that way. And for my 5th, I would probably say Stuart Eminem.
Oh wow! Okay. I'm surprised there's not a Joe Mad in there.
I do like Joe Mad. I do. I liked him a lot more back in the day.
Yeah.
The newer stuff is too sporadic, too far in between, and it's different with time.
It doesn't have the same feel as his old stuff has either. It doesn't.
It's not as clean as polished as I like.
Yeah, it's real thick and heavily inked, more so than it used to be because it had thick, heavy lines in the past. But
I think that happens with a lot of these. Not a lot, but some of these artists going more digital in their artwork than they do with pencil and like they used to back in the day. But that would be. There's a couple more I could name, but those would be my top 5 in no particular order.
Yeah. So. I will say real quickly, just in case you guys have not checked out any of their work here, 2 of the best just action sequence artists that I've seen recently to come on the scene are Rafa Sandoval.
Yes.
And his action.
Yes,
that he has is amazing to look at, and I wish I was more interested in the Catwoman story to pick it up because I was sad when he left X-Men Legacy to go over to DC for that.
Okay,
and then the other is David Lopez is phenomenal, and his work on Catwoman, which I did like that story. That was Will Pfeiffer writing it.
Okay,
that was amazing, and now he is on going to be going to Captain Marvel, which is not something I read. But a lot of Captain Marvel fans out there are going to be very pleased because he has amazing just action art sequences with the way he has the fluid motion between or in fight scenes and everything. They're some of the best that I've seen for a long, long time.
Speaking of Rafa, I'm not a Catwoman fan either, but you can look through those pages and see the awesome work.
I always do.
Before that, he did that Ultimate Hawkeye miniseries. Where with Zorn and Tien. Even before that, he was on that Hercules series with Amadeus Cho and Hercules and a bunch of that
that's right,
stuff.
He was. I love that series.
He's fantastic. He is a high profile. He needs to be on something.
He should be. Kick David Finch to the curb and put that guy on something.
Oh, dude. You like sexy ladies and action? I mean, Catwoman, he has proven he is killing it on there.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So, guys, we can go on and on. We got some big event storylines to talk about to start off with. A lot of stuff going on. What would you like to start off with, sir?
Let's start with Forever Evil. That's been the big thing going on here. We've just had some huge news about what's going to be happening after Forever Evil finishes. But right now what we have the Justice League number 27 coming out.
Yep.
And with that, this is cool because we've seen Cyborg is not necessarily dead like everybody probably thought.
Right.
He's still kicking, still trying to pull through here. And it looks like he's going to need the help of Will Magnus to help take down the crime syndicate. Yep. For those of you who are not familiar with Will Magnus, he is the creator of the Metal Men. That just means that with his name now being thrown into the bunch, we can expect to see the Metal Men helping out. It's just going to happen. They're not going to change things up that much.
And maybe possibly an all-new Cyborg.
Maybe an all-new Cyborg.
Cool beans.
Sleeker looking.
Yeah, with the whole liquid metal Terminator style.
That'd be cool.
Anyway, guys, Trinity of Sin, Pandora, number 7. This is still the Forever Evil Blight storyline going on, and this is number 9 of 18. We're halfway through the Blight storyline going on. Pandora teams up with John Constantine for them to face off against Blight.
Yeah.
We will see how that goes and who survives that ordeal there. And this story, this continues on with Justice League Dark number 27. So it looks like they're actually they're not quite as standalone with these individual stories. They're actually you have to get these consecutive issues to get the storyline with the Blight. So guys, there you go. Should we tell them about what may be coming, or should we save that for later with the Justice League overall stuff with the news that was announced?
Oh, if you like, we can just say this: your Justice League team is not going to be the most shiny, hero-y kind of Justice League that you're used to. You're going to see some figures that might shock you. I'm more excited by someone that's in the background than the main guy, but the main guy still is one of those that's very intriguing to me.
Yes.
With that.
Yes.
The other thing that should be, and I won't mention those, the thing that is interesting also to me is that they're mentioning Shazam as Captain Marvel, not Shazam. So that's interesting. I don't know what to make of that there.
Yeah, because I thought that was all sewed up in a tight little package there, but
guess not. But that's cool. I did see someone online saying they wish it had been Black Adam, not Shazam, and I kind of personally would have preferred that because Black Adam, I love. He's one of my favorites there. That he's similar to, but he's not just the Boy Scout kind of thing.
Exactly.
You've already got that with Superman.
Exactly. So just leave it there, guys. Moving on. Batman 27. This is still 0 year continuing here. And this is actually about is this the halfway point? This is the
right
final
here.
arc starts
Starts after this. This is leading into it.
Okay, so we're closing in on the end of the story here of the 0 year story. It has gone on a little bit, but it has been great with Snyder and Capullo still killing it. With the last issue, we got to see why Bruce Wayne has such animosity towards Jim Gordon.
Right.
That was heavy. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't. You expect everybody to work together, and we're fighting crime, rah rah rah. And Bruce Wayne, in this point of his life, just does not have that mentality with teaming up with somebody, with working with somebody to make that happen.
Right.
And he takes it out on Jim Gordon. It's been pretty intense. Plus, what we got going on in the background with the Riddler, and we got the killer going around with this calcification serum that's making bones go crazy. It's unique and crazy at the same time. If you haven't been reading the 0 year story, you need to get on board, or at least get it in the collections when they put them out, because DC will. This will definitely be done. But guys, moving on this week, Batman 27 0 year. Don't miss it.
Yeah, we've also got this is the beginning of the trial of Jean Grey storyline. All new X-Men number 22 point now. Now, this one, if you're picking up Guardians of the Galaxy, you're going to want to pick up this one because they're going to tie into each other. They're crossing over here, and you're going to be lost with what's going on in Guardians of the Galaxy if you don't pick up this issue.
Right.
Also, if you pick up just all new X-Men and not Guardians of the Galaxy, you're going to need to pick up Guardians of the Galaxy because you're going to be lost without that side of the story.
Right.
What's going on in this is that the people out in space, the races out in space, have apparently found out that Jean Grey is there on Earth. I don't think they realize that it's the original Jean Grey, but all they know is that Jean Grey is there on Earth, that she needs to be punished for her crimes with the Phoenix Force, and they are out to get her and put her on trial. The other thing that we know is that the Guardians are going to do everything they can to help protect Jean Grey. So it's going to be these two, them and the all new X-Men kind of teaming up, trying to keep her out of harm's way there. Also, you need to see if you can find the awesome Del Keown, is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Cover.
I'm sure, yeah.
Cover there that has Groot looking at Jean Grey and saying, "I am Groot," but you see like all of his thought of what goes into "I am Groot."
I gotta find that.
Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, I saw one of a Del Keown cover with Drax and Iceman with knives side by side.
Cool.
And Bobby Drake is like this, and Drax is like this. Some cool covers.
I'm not usually a huge Del Keown fan, but I liked it.
He's another one that could have been on my list. he really is. Moving on, though, guys. You mind if I do a twofer?
No, let's do it.
We got some Inhumanity stuff that is still hitting, and I like to affectionately refer to it as dragging its tail getting out there. But, guys, we got Indestructible Hulk number 18.INH, or Inhumanity. With the last issue, Bruce Banner Bruce Banner was wanting to prove that why he should be a part of the scientific great mind community.
Right.
I could have worded that better. But he's working with Iron Man, Tony Stark, and Beast.
Right.
And I think Hank Pym was there briefly, but not so. But he lets his own self-esteem issues and stuff cloud what's going on and what he's trying to ultimately accomplish. And he's trying to help with the whole inhumanity, the Terrigen mists that have hit everywhere and start changing people. And with that last issue, it didn't go off as planned. There was too much conflict between Beast and Iron Man, and he ended up hulking out. And now in this issue, we're going to see if they can put their differences aside, especially Bruce Banner, to work together to see what it is that this bomb that Banner created will do in regards to the inhumanity. Tony Stark and Beast are like, you think of every solution to every problem as a bomb because that's what happened to you. And that's a lot of the conflict that happened with there. But will Bruce Banner be able to actually do anything concerning that? Will this humanity bomb actually work the way he wants it to? We'll find out with this issue.
You also have someone within his group,
that's
a
right,
lab assistant that has been affected by the Terrigen mist.
Exactly.
So it's even more so hitting home there with him.
Yes, exactly. Right there in his group. And then another one that we have hitting the shelf this week, another inhumanity dragging its tail, is Mighty Avengers #5, and this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't be short-lived like the One Punch thing, but we got Spider-Man versus Luke Cage for the leadership of the Mighty Avengers. And also on top of that, we're learning a little bit more and having more and more clues concerning who Ronan is.
Right.
And what he's doing, what the Death Walkers are, what's going on there. And there's also some Inhumans. There's a recently transformed Inhuman in the background,
right,
with what's going on with them and a big company in the background.
Who just so also happens to be exploring the rubble there of Attilan.
Yes,
so.
yes.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of stuff going on with that. They're really going to try to mine Attilan for whatever they can get out of it.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Another one of the Inhumanity books coming out is Iron Man number 20.inh, and with that
is
book,
that 20 point now?
No, that's .inh.
Okay, thank you.
.inh, and with that one, you have this group of villains. Somebody is going to come out the winner, going to become the new Mandarin. So somebody's going to be having some new bling on their fingers there pretty soon. And also you see, I guess the tie-in to the Inhumanity is that you have somebody who's been affected by this.
Okay.
Is, obviously an Inhuman, is now going to somehow possibly threaten the plans that Tony and his recently found brother are. They're trying to make this tomorrow world kind of thing, future industrial kind of world, and somebody may threaten those plans from within there. So
nice,
cool stuff going on within Iron Man as well. Another one we should not forget about. I'm putting a little asterisk next to this. We have Batopia or Gothtopia coming out with Birds of Prey number 27.
Okay.
And in this issue, the reason I say an asterisk is because it says it's got a Gothtopia tie-in.
Right.
However, I've not seen anything within that says it's like their perfect world world. What it looks to be going on is that somehow they've lost their means of money to support their globetrotting vigilante justice, and so now they've got a new benefactor within the group there, or supporting the group, and they also have a new goal in mind, and that new goal is to take out the terrorist Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, however you want to say his name there. So that it looks like a fun thing going on within Birds of Prey as well.
Nice.
So,
nice.
One other storyline.
Yes.
Cataclysm. Talk to us.
Cataclysm Ultimate X-Men number 3 of 3. This is the last issue of that miniseries. Mm-hmm. The Ultimate X-Men in this whole Cataclysm event had been dropped like right into the eye of the storm with the Galactus, not only Galactus but also the Galactus Swarm.
Yeah. With
this storyline, they've kind of paired up and meshed together. Lives have been lost. I mean, it was kind of crazy. Lives have been lost, but this issue, we're going to find the ultimate life-changing, life-saving decision is going to be put on Rogue. She had to make some sacrifices into that last issue had to kind of betray some people's trusts and use their powers, whether they wanted her to or not, to try to save some lives. So we'll see what happens with this last issue of Cataclysm Ultimate X-Men #3. Been a very intense miniseries alongside the Cataclysm event.
Cool. Well, let's move on to #1s, and I'm going to try and go through these a little quicker than usual just because there's a whole lot of these. First up from me, it's probably not the biggest, most polished, the most expected of them, but it's one that's been a long time coming. Elfquest, Final Quest #1 is coming out here. There are people out there that are big-time fans of Elfquest, and they have been waiting for something new, and they got, I think last year they got a little tidbit of a one-shot. Well, now we have a final ongoing story here, and characters I'm not really familiar with. Cutter, he's the chief of the group. He has a daughter, Ember, and the big thing that appears to be going on is that their village or their area is next to this mountain, and there is a human tyrant that does something to the mountain that threatens the peaceful existence that's been going on within their community or their group or their world. So Elfquest is finally coming out there, and there are going to be a lot of happy people. I know someone that as soon as I'm done here, I need to contact and let them know.
Yeah, exactly. And what I've read from the interviews, the Pennies have said that this is the last Elfquest story.
Right. It says it's an ongoing, but for how long, I don't know, but this is the final one.
There we go. Yeah.
So, cool.
Is there another big one you want to cover this week?
There is another big one I want to cover this week.
Go ahead.
Okay, we have All New Invaders #1 coming out here. Yes. I'm totally excited for this book, especially after reading the Marvel Point Now, however you want to say that. What you have going on here, the big creative team is awesome. James Robinson and Steve Pugh, another artist that could have been on my list there. You have the Kree have a weapon that somehow fell to Earth back during the World War II era, and the original invaders, Namor, the original Human Torch, and Bucky, now Winter Soldier, broke this up into 3 pieces and hid it across the world. They weren't sure what was going on with it, and now there is a member of this Kree community. It's that that you've seen the Accusers before. These are called the Pursuers, and the Pursuers are sending one of theirs to Earth to get this. And it seems like the Supreme Intelligence, after what's happened with Infinity and the Accusers in that, he's going, okay, they're not really wanting to listen to me so much, so now I'm going to use the Pursuers instead. So she's going to Earth, going to get this, going to get the items there. She's going to seek out the people who hid the items, and it looks like the band's back together with Cap joining up to maybe save or face off against the Kree there.
Nice.
It's cool, though.
Nice. Thanks for those details, because it's on my list, so I'll definitely be checking it out. Another one that's going to be hitting this week that's pretty big, I'd have to say, is Deadly Class, #1 from Rick Remender and Wesley Craig. This is from Image Comics hitting the shelves. And from the interviews and stuff that I've read about this is a bit more of Rick Remender injecting his own life into the storyline, in this fictional storyline. But this takes place, let me get the name of it right here, at King's Dominion High School for the Deadly Arts.
Yes.
This follows Marcus Lopez, who hates everything about his life. He hates life. He ends up enrolling in the school. And this is a school that's basically that trains assassins, that trains killers. So the knife in your back that someone puts there may not be just a metaphor. There literally may end up being a knife in your back with what's going on there. But this takes place back in the 70s, early 80s.
87.
87, there we go. And it's a kind of, Rick Remender has talked about how he put a lot of his punk rock youth stuff in there, his own personal things, friends that have died. He's kind of interjected all that into the storyline. So I want to see what it's all about. I want to see what a school of assassins looks like.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. We also have another pretty big one coming out here. George Romero's Empire of the Dead.
Oh my God!
This is #1. I think it's a 5 there, but this is just book 1. So there's going to be another book going on with this. It's Manhattan's been quarantined off. Everybody thinks that everything's safe and okay there. However, there seem to be dead, some of the roamers, some of the zombies within, so nothing's as it should be. It should be pointed out that Romero's been wanting to do this for a while because he has never been able to afford filming within New York before. That's why all of his stories have taken place outside. So now within comic book form, he's finally telling a story within New York.
Awesome.
So,
okay.
Big time zombie fans, Romero fans, this is your book.
And Alex Maleev fans, because he's the artist for the series. So,
Alex Maleev.
Boom. Guys, a great, fun kids comic that's hitting the shelf this week that you should be checking out, especially if you are a Scribblenauts fan, is Scribblenauts Unmasked, Crisis of Imagination #1 from DC Comics. Fans of Scribblenauts, they're joined up now with the great DC superheroes into their own series. Get that for yourself, for your kids, for whoever else. Enjoy that and have fun with that.
The exact opposite of kids comics, we have Badass coming out from I believe it's Dynamite.
It is Dynamite.
Yeah,
it is
from
Dynamite.
And this right here, Badass #1 of I believe it's 4. They are saying that this is Kick-Ass meets Deadpool having a baby. This is about a villain, a villain, very snarky, sarcastic villain. Seems kind of familiar there. Named Dead End, I believe is his name, and he is looking to fight for the one thing that matters most to him, more than justice, himself. If you're fans of either of those, Deadpool or Kick-Ass, give it a try. There,
give it a try.
Mean, that's all I can say with something like this. But Badass, Kick-Ass, Dead End, Deadpool. They just they weren't very subtle.
No, it's such a grab for money, such a grab for the coattails there.
Really.
Last one I got, guys, another kid's book. You should check it out, especially little girls maybe, and some bronies out there. My Little Pony, Friends Forever, #1 from IDW, and I had to bring this up because I wanted you to weigh in.
I know.
Alex the Campy is writing this.
The lady that's writing Grindhouse is now writing pony books.
Whoa, we're talking other end of the spectrum here, guys. But this sees Applejack and Pinky entering a baking contest and all the culinary hijinks that ensue. Don't share that. I said all that, please. That's our little in-joke. But, guys, two great kids' comic books, and I really like to promote that whenever they do happen because, hey, we want this is a great medium for kids. So check those out, guys.
Real quickly, we also have Unwritten Volume 2, Apocalypse #1 coming out. This is the second part to the Unwritten story that went 50 issues here so far. It seemed like Tom Taylor was going off into non-existence at the end of the first volume here. Well, in this volume, he is now at the beginning of creation, and he's having to work his way through the untold or the unwritten stories of the world to get back to, I guess, reality or where he needs to be. So it's possibly going to be a pretty trippy book here, would be my guess. But it's Vertigo, and fans of the Unwritten story, this is also a great jumping on point for new fans, people looking for new books out there. So, that is our #1.
That's it.
Let's talk about favorites.
What you got lined up first?
Favorites. The big one for me, actually, this is kind of a surprising one. All new X Factor #2 comes out here.
Okay.
I wasn't sure what to think. The art, I'm still not a huge fan. Peter David, I love his work. We see Gambit has joined up with Quicksilver and Polaris to work for several. I don't know how you say it, industries, and they are looking to make the world a better place, make society better.
Okay.
Seems a little too good to be true. Everybody seems to think that. They can't seem to find anything bad about it or to support otherwise, so they're going to keep on working with them while they can. The thing that hooked me is at the end, I'm going to go ahead and give this spoiler away because it may catch some fans. Old school X Factor fans from the first series back in the late 90s, early 2000s, they had an appearance by Fatale at the end there, and she was awesome. She was kind of a Blink character. She was a villain that teamed up with Dark Beast and Havoc when they were on their Brotherhood of Mutants.
Okay.
And she can teleport. She's a green character, purple hair, lightning bolt on her eye, and she appears at the end there. It's just like, I'm going to say it was like, holy shit, there she is. I have not seen this character in forever. I love that Peter David has plucked another character from obscurity and has him in the book. So I'm excited about #2 coming out.
Very cool. Okay.
Give me one of yours.
Guys, Walking Dead.
Yes.
Number 120. The last issue. OMG. I mean...
No, don't do that.
I'm too old to say that, aren't I? Guys...
Oh, my goodness. 1990s.
I really thought Rick had Negan on the ropes there.
Yeah.
But with the end of that last issue, that really wasn't the case.
And for where we are, the setting of this world, what Negan did, I totally did not see that coming. I was thinking of all these other scenarios, and then the bag comes off, and I was like, oh, no, ah!
Exactly. He is so sneaky evil like that.
Yeah.
Guys, we're almost part 6, so we're almost halfway through this all-out war storyline that's going on. This has been this is been probably the best bi-weekly event I can remember reading. I mean, this is awesome. What Kirkman's doing here. I could go on and on, but guys, Walking Dead 120. Get the issues. Get on board the all-out war storyline. It is worth it.
Real quickly, Wonder Woman number 27 comes out, and with this one, we see that Diana has a whole lot going on in her life right now. She needs some answers to some major questions. So, for the first time since the slaughter of the Amazon, she returns to Paradise Island. She's looking for some answers. However, the answers that she gets may not be the ones she needs. She may not come by the answers that she's wanting. A whole lot of craziness there. Again, I say it every time I mention Wonder Woman. DC's best book they are putting out monthly, bar none.
Bar none.
Yeah.
Awesome. Guys, Avengers 25 hits this week. And this is kind of a big storyline change up here, too, because it's titled The Mirror. And we see them pull an all-new X-Men scenario in here where they bring back the original Avengers to present time.
Especially after they just got onto the X-Men about this. They're going to do the same thing.
Yeah, so who is doing it, and what is the purpose? Is it an accident? Is it on purpose? I want to find out. So we'll be dealing with Thor and Hulk and Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp, and Hank, and the original Avengers from that era in present day, and Iron Man. Yeah, we won't leave him out. So Jonathan Hickman's on board. I want to see what he wants to do with this.
The big hook on this one: an Avenger dies. We don't know who. We don't know if it's an original. We don't know. But an Avenger dies.
I want to see it. I want to see it happen. I want them to live up to the word.
We'll see. My last one I have here is X-Men number 9 coming out. Brian Wood is writing X-Men, and he's doing an awesome job. This X-Men, I have loved it because we have brought in M. Monet, however you want to say, one of my all-time favorite characters. We have brought her into the group. You also have she was Weapon Omega when she had all the cybernetics, but that has gone the way of the Dodo now, and Karma, however you say her last name, the Indian character, she's was previously a cop, is now on the team as a human, it kind of looks like. And then they are facing off, you gotta love this, they're facing off against Lady Deathstrike and her sisterhood. Lady Deathstrike, however, has been downloaded into this this Colombian or Mexican or Venezuelan or something drug lord's daughter. So the Japanese Lady Deathstrike is now Mexican, or we'll say Hispanic. Yeah, is now Hispanic. So it's very different there. I have loved what he's been doing with this. The pace he sets, it is spectacular, and you get Terry Dodson art as well. So a little win-win for everybody.
That's awesome. Guys, the last one for me for this week is Origin 2, number 2, hitting the shelf this week. The first issue was written by Kieran Gillen, art by Adam Kubert. The writing pace was excellent. I love the emotional impact of the story that Gillen brought to it. Also, Adam Kubert is one of my favorites, and he did a phenomenal job with the art on this, with portraying the emotion of what happened with Logan during this time. And at the very end of the issue, we even got to see a hint of Nathaniel Essex. Not in his other form, but in human form. Anyway, with number 2 here, though, we're still following that. Logan is dealing with the aftermath of losing his family that he had from the first issue. But also, it looks like we're going to get to see what may be the first glimpse of character that still pursues him to this day.
One of my favorites.
Creed
is
supposed to show up in some fashion, some way in this issue. And I want to see, if this is the first meeting, I've got to see it.
Yeah.
I've got to see how that pans out. So, guys, I love. I really did. I'm not gonna say love. I really did like the first issue. It really hooked me and brought me on board. And with this duo, I'm looking forward to a lot more from this series. So, anything else for you, sir?
That's it here. But a little side note and stuff. I'll let you wrap up. Check out. We'll be having a couple of small videos coming out here.
Yeah.
With some of our best of from 2013.
Yes.
Graphic novels, I know that for sure, and just comic series.
Yes.
So I know those two for sure you'll be seeing here soon. Look forward to those. Look forward to seeing if you agree with us or if you disagree with us on those. Like you always say, we've got our question out there. Top 5 favorite artists. Please tell us who you think.
Yes.
Wrap it up for us.
That's it, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for pressing play. Please share, like, thumbs up, leave us a comment, and thanks. I want to say thanks for our subscribers, especially if you made it this far into the video. We really appreciate it. You know, you spent time with us. You're interested in what we have to say about the things that we are talking about, and I don't take that lightly. We both don't take that lightly.
Where you're lonely and just need to hear some voices.
But in the world of YouTube videos, 2 and 3 minutes is like, that's what people want, bite-sized chunks. And that's just not what we do. There's a lot to talk about. We really appreciate you sticking with us to the end. We are ExcaliburCCG.com, Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games in Shreveport and Texarkana. Leave us a comment, share, like. That's it for this week, guys. Anything else to add, sir?
That sounds good.
Until next time, guys, be on the lookout for our best of videos, which we'll have out shortly, and we will see you in the next video. Awesome.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
I ain't afraid of